Hello everybody, this is Mad Marshman and welcome to something a little bit different. I am trying to bring my attention, or your attention, to a game, Dwarf Fortress. It's been around for over a decade. It is written and maintained by one man, Toady Adams, and he does it for a living and he lives purely off donations, but let's not go on about that too much. There'll be time to talk about that. So this is for beginners, so the first thing you want to do is go to this web page. The link will be in the description. Click this button here and download the Lazy Noob Starter Pack. Unzip that. You'll end up with these folders. Hang on, I'll just make it a bit bigger. Extra large icons. One of them will be a launcher. It will not be called DF4305 Vanilla. It will be called Peridex's Starter Pack Launcher. I renamed mine because I've got modded versions. Click on that. That will launch the starter. Now, the only thing I've changed is the child caps. I think the child cap is set to 100. Children will do your head in your fort, but do what you want with it. So we leave all this as standard. Aquifers, we want to turn to no. Aquifers are very difficult to deal with. You can play with them later. If you already know how to play Dwarf Fortress, you're probably not even bothered with watching this first episode. I think tutorial profiles is turned off. Just click on it to turn it on. This is just some different start and profiles. We'll speak about them when we come to it. Leave everything else as it is. Graphics. Now, this plays in ASCII, which, if you don't know what ASCII is, look at some screenshots. But we're going to use a tile set. We're going to use Phoebus. So double click on that. Click OK. It will take a minute or two. Well, not a minute or two, it should take a few seconds. Graphics settings have been installed. This doesn't choose the Phoebus text by default. It chooses cursors. I like Phoebus, so we'll go for that one, Phoebus text. Leave everything else as it is. Utilities, we will want to start Dwarf Therapist and Soundsense. And we will launch the Legends viewer. You don't need to, but we're going to look at that later, because this is just sort of the setup tutorial, really. Then, if you right clicked on these, so these will now auto run when we launch the game. If you double click on them, you can launch them now. Advanced sound, we're going to have that on no, because Soundsense will be producing our sound, because the only sound you get in Dwarf Fortress Vanilla is one song that plays repeatedly in a loop. It's a good song, but after 10 hours get sick of it. FPS counter, we can if you like. Intro movie, we'll have it yes for the first launch, because maybe none of you have seen it before. Windowed, we'll start windowed. Autosave will be set to none. You want that on seasonal, so at least you have some kind of saves if everything goes wrong. I don't back up my saves because this is a permadeath game, so you only need one save. Initial save, yes, that means that'll save after we've embarked. I don't bother compressing my saves. Everything else is left as normal. DF hack, you want enable DF hack? Yes, this helps the game a lot. These are all third-party tools that come in the Lazy Noob pack, which will help you play Dwarf Fortress. You can try and play it without them, but it's pretty harsh. Enhanced gameplay, diplomats and merchants, we like that. Automated plugins, auto nest box, auto burials. You want auto burials because dead dwarfs, if they're not buried, will haunt you. Performance tweaks are always good. I'm not going to have them actually, because that does take a little bit away from the game, because worn items can cause stress and agitation and fights and fun. And Dwarf Fortress has a motto that losing is fun, and it has to be, because there is no actual win condition. So you have to get used to losing. So let's open Dwarf Fortress. So we're going to get a lot of screens popping up. This is that's Soundsense. That will start playing. This is Legend Viewer. We'll minimise that. We don't need that yet. This is Dwarf Therapist. That can't connect to the game until the game runs. This will all become apparent when we get going. Well, here's the intro movie, which we're not getting to watch. DF hack. That's DF hack. Right. So we didn't get to see the intro movie, but never mind. Let me size this up to my OBS window. Right, this is what we're faced with. Very pretty. Create new world. So when Dwarf Fortress creates a world, it's not like Minecraft or... sorry, sip of beer, getting voice crack. Other games just create a map. This actually creates a world. So I'll start the creation and then we'll talk about it. So we'll have a small world and we'll leave everything else on medium. Apart from metals, we'll put everywhere. So I'm just using the arrow keys to... You don't have to push enter, you just move the arrow key to where you want it, it highlights. And we'll push Y to go. So Soundsense is now starting. My chair is squeaking. So this is now creating a world. It's not just drawing a map. This is actual proper geology. Wet areas are flooding. Soft rocks are being worn away by rivers. Glaciers are forming, carving in. Right down to single individuals are being born, dying. Civilizations are forming. They're fighting with each other. Mythical beasts are appearing on the map. Weapons are being forged, lost in battle, maybe stored away in museums as artifacts. You can see on the left hand side of the screen historical figures. We're up to 14,000. 8,000 of them are dead. We had over 100,000 events. This is all happening. This world is being procedurally generated and everything in it is being procedurally generated. This game has got virtually no graphics, but it will drag a decent PC to its knees just because the amount of math that it has to do all the time, which is insane, because as you'll see in a little while, we play on such a small part of this world that this is nearly pointless, but it's just insane. This game is so good, it's ridiculous. Right, this is finished. So we can hit enter to accept this map. I don't think I'm going to, because all them yellow eyes on the map are necromancer towers, and if we're in 11 tiles of them, it's ridiculous. Literally ridiculous. I mean, we can we'll maybe play an evil biome another time, but this is like a tutorial fort, so we don't want that. I mean, you'll be butchering things, and things that you butcher will be coming back to life and attacking you. Everything that dies will come back to life and attack you. We're getting quite a lot of necromancers on here, actually. I might just have to accept one. I'm not going to run this too many times, because this is going to be the dull episode, unfortunately, but if you want, I want people to get into this game, or I'd like to see people get into this game, because it's made out to be very difficult, but it's not actually that hard. You just need to get a basic understanding of it. And I know a lot of my viewers are ex-YouTubers or current YouTubers that we used to play with, so and they'll handle this. I'd like to see some of them try. I hope you can hear the music okay and it's not too overpowering. Let's have a look at the Soundsense. Turn it up a little. There we go. Slowing down on the generation. Yeah, we're going to find a site on this map to embark. Yeah, like I said, this is written by one bloke, and he maintains it himself, does it full time, and lives purely on donations. So I'll put a link to the Bay 12 website, which is the site he runs, that he runs Dwarf Fortress from, and you can make a donation there if you get into playing it or if you enjoy watching it. He's got to pay his rent and he's got to eat. And there's some interesting YouTube videos that he's in as well, explaining the procedural generation and the ridiculous amount of depth that this game goes into. So we're gone for 250 years of history, which is now done. Right, we're going to accept this map. So we now wait for the computer to do more maths. I mean, let's face it, computers are designed to do maths. This is what computer games would be like if no one went for more than 3D graphics. Right, start play, and even these menu screens would do your head in. I played this years ago and it done my head in. You need someone to talk you through it. Onra Rabin, this is our world, so we're going to go for Legends mode. This is not a game mode, but this is just going to be the only time we use Legends is going to be in this video, just to show you. So we're going to push X for an XML dump, and we're going to have to wait a minute or two. We're now getting Dwarf Fortress not responding because it's now working hard. Hopefully we're not going to get a crash, because right, yeah, as soon as the buttons work again, you know the dump is done. So this is Legends viewer. So if we go to Legends XML archive, and we need to go into, oh my word, where am I? Into our Dwarf Fortress folder. Dwarf Fortress. Here it is, Region 1, Legends. So if we open that, is it doing anything? Do stuff. Did I not click on it? I thought I clicked on it. I did. I'll put it in a window that you can see. Right now I'm expecting to see something here. Well, this isn't working as it should do. Normally works fine. Okay, Legends, you don't need to use the view, you can use this. So we got historical figures. So this is one of 24,000 historical figures. So we can go through any of these. Here's one of the Forgotten Beasts. Look, Robsit Ingumurat. Enter. So we can see what happened to him. He's a giant skinless petrosaur, large mandibles, belches and croaks, beware of its poisonous gas, lives in caverns, blah blah blah. Forgotten beasts, lots of forgotten beasts. Female hydras. XML dump. I don't know why we didn't get a proper XML dump off this. I just hit XML dump again. I don't know why I bothered. I don't never use Legends. I just wanted to go into Legends to show you what this game is actually capable of. But apparently it doesn't want me to do it. So yeah, we're going to have one more go at launching the Legends viewer. So you can double click and launch it straight away. I'll try and get it into the OBS window for you. Right. We got loading coming up this time. That's what I wanted to see. Done. Here we go. So now we get a picture of our map, and we can go forward years, we can go back years, we can toggle, we can zoom in and zoom out, we can toggle the civilizations, how they're linked to each other. Humans are blue, goblins are green, you can see how many are living there. dwarves are red, so I'm supposing yellow are elves, yeah. And you can go through the years and you can see how things change or how things have changed in years gone by. You can get a summary. You can find out about all the civilizations. We've got the merchants of Titanus, so the only dwarf civilization. Dwarves are in red, so we're massively outnumbered by goblins. Humans are 12,000 in the world. We're 8,000. Goblins are 30,000. So we can click on the merchants of Titanus and we can find out all about them. We can find out what happened in all the sites, about the forgotten beasts, all the battles, got all the warfare, all the different conflicts here, civilizations and entities, infrastructure, geography, all the events that happened. It's absolutely mental. But I just want to show you that because I never bother looking at it, but you can look at it yourself. So, right, start playing. So we're going to start playing Dwarf Fortress mode. Legends mode is like roguelike, like NetHack. You can play that if you like, but I never do. I always play Fortress mode. So it's now starting us off in Fortress mode. So the right-hand map is the world, which we can move a little yellow cursor about in with our arrow keys. And that's showing on the left-hand side is a slightly enlarged version of regions. Because if we had a really big world map, if I'd gone for large or extra large, it would just be showing a small region. And then the local map is the 4x4 highlighted area that's moving about, the green question marks and whatever the other symbol is. That is our Embark area. That's where we're going to embark. So there's certain things we want. So rather than just pushing this around, we're in the water there, what we're going to do is we're going to push F, and now you see on the right hand side we've got a find desired location come up. So I'm going to reduce the X dimension and the Y dimension to 3x3. This will help your computer. I don't know what sort of machines you're all running. I'm running a grunty games machine here, but you might not be. So we'll leave Savagery up to the machine. That's non-applicable. Evil, elevation, temperature, rain. We don't care about any of that. Fluxstone layer. We would like a fluxstone layer because fluxstone you need to make steel. Aquifer. We've already set the generation to say no. We're going to put no just in case. River. I don't care. Shallow metals, we want multiple. I'm just using the left and right arrow keys to adjust these, and the down and up to change the selection. Deep metal multiples, I'm going on the left arrow key for them. Right arrow key just cycles all the way through. Left arrow key is quicker. We want deep soil, clay. I don't really care. So then we hit enter. So now a search in the map with our search criteria. Obviously red crosses are no good, green crosses are good. So now it's flashing us finished. We hit escape. We can now search all these green crosses. So we've got to find our yellow cursor, which is a bit of a brain ache in all this flashing. And we've still got a description in the top right. So this is temperature hot, heavily forest, thick, untamed wild. Surroundings are like calm, evil, untamed. Untamed wilds is okay. Wilderness is okay. We're right near a lot of necromancer towers there, I think. So we're going to go across the map. There is necromancer towers everywhere. Hot, 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 hot. Let's go down the bottom, see if it's a bit cooler. Right, we've got temperate, woodland, wilderness, sand, deep soil, shallow metals, fluxstone layer, very deep soil. So let's hit tab, see who our neighbours are. So we've got dwarves, goblins, elves and humans. If we were near a necromancer tower, it would say tower as well. The red dotted line means we're at war with the goblins, but that's fine. We don't care. We're at war with them anyway all the time. Your civilization is the merchant of Titanus. Well, we know because we looked at that in the legends. Elevation. We're quite high up. If you look at our little 3x3 thing on the left hand map, and then I'll quickly buzz through them all again, you can now see where that's highlighted. 3 5s and a 7, so we're about as high as that ground goes. So we've got stream, which is not, that's okay because we're not sitting on top of it. If you're sitting on top of a stream, any moving water in this game, it's great for water, for fishing and drinking, but will kill your frames per second on your computer because any moving liquid has to be accounted for all the time, and also not just accounted for, there'll be steam, mist, splashes, fish. This game is so deep, that's the problem, but that's good. So we're going to embark, so we hit E to embark. Now all these button pushes, if you look at the bottom of the screen, they're all listed for you. You know, like to move your local area, U, M, K and H. So if we push K, we move to the right. This is the screen on the left. H, we move to the left. U, we move up. M, we move down. So symbols. E to embark. Right, so when we clicked in our lazy noob pack, I'll get that up again. Options, we had these Embark profiles. These are the ones we've chosen, the default, and I said to choose the tutorial profiles because there's one called DF, which is obviously Dwarf Fortress Video Tutorials 2015. Now if you type that into YouTube, there is a YouTuber, I think it's Captain Duck, who has done this, and he's put a save file of Dwarf Fortress on the internet and a set of tutorials. You can download the save file, have exactly the same map as him and play along, or just use it as an easy start. And there's other ones as well, and here's another one he done in 2014. I like this one, Nebulatron. Works well, saves a lot of setting up. Embark preparations are not complete. That's okay. There's a button at the bottom that says P for problems. So if we push P, it's telling us, oh my god, this civilization of ours is useless. They've got no beer, no ale, no wine, no rum, no plump helmet spawn, no pigtail seeds, no cave wheat, no seed pods, no cave lobster. That's basically a non-start. What have they got? Items. New. I can't believe they got no plump helmets. We make booze out of plump helmets and we've got no booze. Drinks. Right, we have got some alcohol. Dwarfs are dependent on alcohol. They are all born alcoholics. If they don't have alcohol, they will actually go insane. So I'm quite concerned about this start. In fact, I'm very concerned. Right, well, we have got a crossbow, we've got the quivers, we've got some bolts because we need a hunter. We've got some meat. Right, a steel anvil. We don't want a steel anvil, and I'll show you why, because that's 300 credits. If we hit minus, that goes away. We now hit N for new. We go down to anvils using our arrow keys, and we'll have an iron anvil for 100. 3 times as cheap. Right, N again for new items. Now we need lots of alcohol. I've got no idea what melted rock nut soup is, but we want swamp whiskey. And we're going to take that up to 50 because we're 100 booze short, and we normally brew booze, but we can't because that's what the plump helmets are for. I am actually very concerned. This could be quite a tricky start. I've never had it before when they had no plump helmets. What other drinks did we have? Gnome Light. That sounds shit. It's 100 bloody... It's 100 a hit though. Right. How much money? Oh, we've got loads of money because we're lacking in everything so much. I'm going to hit the problem button again in a minute, see what we didn't have. Oh, got carried away with the No dwarven beer, ale, wine or rum, no plump helmet spawn, no pigtail seeds. Pigtails you make cloth out of. Cave wheats are food. Cave lobsters are food. So we could do with some more food. Even though dwarfs, N again, even though dwarfs think that alcohol is more important. Horse heart, you can't beat a bit of horse heart. So I'm just hitting plus to crank up. So we'll have 25, 20, or 26, I don't care. N again for new. We'll have some fish. We'll have some lungfish. Can't beat a bit of lungfish. Yummy. Right, we've still got... This is so... I'm actually really concerned, N again for new, about having nowhere brewing alcohol. Muck root, never used it. Prickleberry. Maybe we can brew prickleberry, I don't know. I don't even know if it grows underground or above ground. We try to do all our farming underground. You can brew alcohol from fruit, so we could be alright. N. Arrow keys. Sorry, I should be explaining a bit more about the buttons I'm pushing. I'm just using the arrow keys to get over here. Sunberry. Don't know what sunberry is, but we're going to take a gamble on it. I'll just hold the button down this time. We'll go for 50 of them. Have we got pickaxes? I can't even see any pickaxes. Copper crossbow, copper bolts. Oh yeah, we've got 2 copper picks there. If we ain't got any pickaxes, we're completely screwed. Alright, let's go over to the left. We've got 2 female dogs, 1 male dog, because these will breed. 2 female cats, 1 male cat. You can just use plus and minus to up and down these. Obviously these, like pigs, can be milked. Pigs live underground, they don't need to graze, so they're a good one to take with you. This start off normally has turkeys. Yeah, turkeys are good because the eggs, each egg is the same as 1 meat in the game for nutrition, etc. Right, so we're happy with that. We've still got 127 points left. Let's check problems again. So we had no booze, and nowhere brewing booze, nowhere making cloth, and not much where growing food. Right, well, let's get back to seeds. N for new. Plants, quarry bushes. No. Seeds. Drinks. Got no idea what that goblin light is. Digging implements. We could have another pick. Training weapons. Weapons. Ammo. Leather. Cloth. Wood. Stone. Metal bars. Cut gems, sandglass, clay, trap components, body wear. Cheeses. Powders. We'll take some gypsum powder because you can use it for plaster casts. So that's not always easy to get unless if you don't find gypsum in your mine. So we'll have some of that. Where did we get to? Extracts, powders, crafts. You want any crafts? No toys, no instruments, no tools, no cages, no barrels, no buckets, quivers, backpacks, thread. We don't want any thread. We might want some thread. This is the thing, you see, we normally make all this out of pigtail that we grow. Right, we've got 1 more point. We'll put that into swamp whiskey. Right, we have no points left. Return the game. I do that, I hit escape quite a lot. That's tab for dwarfs. Right, these dwarfs, these have got points as well, but as you can see, they've all been used. 10 for miner. This has been done for us. This is why I chose these Embark methods. And we've got 7 in adequate organiser, because we will need an organiser. Novice counsellor, pacifier, discipline. You'll find all these dwarves have been set up. You can go through this in your own. Record keeper, we want a record keeper. And they've all been given a profession. So this is quite a hard embark. So we're going to hit E to embark. And we're going to see how we get on.
This will be our new home.
You have arrived after a journey from the mountain home into the forbidding wilderness beyond. Your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of all of Ashmelid. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labour comes substance. Whether by bolt, plough or hook, provide for your dwarfs. You are expecting a supply caravan just before winter entombs you, but it is spring now. Enough time to delve secure lodgings. Ere the jaguars get hungry, a new chapter of dwarven history begins here at this place. Ronsti's Moral. Vault pages. This is our place, vault pages. Strike the earth. And that is what we will be doing in the next episode.